subscribers are saying you're wasting valuable manure. Wait, Jameson, wait, we can just flatten it. You don't have to shovel it out.
Oh, okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Teal Homestead. You might be wondering, Tiffany, what are you building over here? What is this? I will tell you. It is a surprise, but you will find out very, very soon in this video. Can't wait to show you. Something is happening finally that I've wanted to happen for a really long time. So I'm very excited and I can't wait to show you guys what we got going on. I did a little bit more work on this off camera. It was just, I was learning a new process of how to do something, so I just didn't film it because typically I take a long time when I do new processes, so I just didn't film it. But it's fairly easy. I didn't do a perfect job, but it's fairly easy to show you what I got done. And then after I show you this, we are going on a bit of a road trip with my husband and my dad, and we're gonna be going in the pickup truck because we got something we gotta get. We've got a bit of a mess going on in the whole chicken run area right now. We've got 3 giant rabbit tractors, we've got the Netherland dwarf hutch, and now we've got this structure that I'm building. To me, it looks so disconjointed. I hate it that nothing matches right now and everything's just kind of all over the place. And so I really also need to move one of my rabbit tractors over here because the chickens keep jumping on it and then jumping out. We actually thought that we lost one to a fox yesterday, but this morning I found it like up in a tree, so we did not lose any chickens, thank God. But yeah, it's just all kind of driving me crazy right now. And a project that is happening very, very soon is I'm going to be building new grow out hutches or grow out pens with a new design, new and improved, if you will. My cage wire from KW Cages finally arrived. Just forgive kind of the mess that I have going on in this whole chicken coop area right now. There's just stuff strewn about. There's scrap wood, there's tools, there's grow out hutches, there's the Netherland dwarves, and now there's this new thing, and just everything is kind of all over the place. So just forgive the mess. The chickens don't seem to mind. They think that I built an obstacle course for them. So like I said, stuff is currently all over the place. It is gonna get cleaned up a little bit today, but I'll show you what I did off camera. I needed to level out this little structure that I was making, so what I did was I went down to the woods, I collected a whole bunch of flat rocks, and we have it sitting level on a bunch of flat rocks now. So it looks like back here. Just wanted it to sit level because the ground here is definitely not level. It sits high up on this side, and then over here it needed a lot of extra leveling. So that's what we did. It's just sitting on rocks. It's nice and stable. And something that I did off camera was I used the scrap pieces from, most of these are 8-foot 2x4s, but some of them have been cut to 6 feet. So I used those extra 2-foot scrap pieces to create braces on my structure. Did up here as well. And it just really helped to kind of hold everything together. And yeah, so I'm happy about that. I still feel like I need to put some more in certain places, just little corner braces to make sure everything holds together properly, but it's looking really good, and overall I'm really happy with it. And a big thing that I did off camera was I created the roof here. Well, obviously there's not actually a roof there, but the 2x4s that are going to act as the support for the roof. So it just looks really good. I feel like my building skills have leveled up and I'm very happy about it. So the way I did the roof this time is I actually cut out little sections so it will sit on the 2x4s. And it's not perfect. I did it up here too. Don't know if you can see all the way up there, but they sit nicely on the 2x4s. I just had to cut little wedges out, and that's what all of these are. Me yesterday cutting little wedges out of all the ceiling pieces. So we have all of those cut. That's what it looks like on the inside. Like I said, it's not perfect. This is my first time actually cutting 2x4s for a roof like this, but I think I did a pretty good job. I wanted to make sure that the roof ran off this way. I don't think that it's gonna run outside of the fence, but I did make sure that this little walkway here was big enough because I do allow my rabbits to run out here, and I could see the potential of them like running behind the shed and me not being able to get to them when they need to go back. So I did space it enough from the fence to make sure that I could get back there. Here's another view of it on this side. There's a little lovebirds over here. Hello guys. Mr. Ringo and Miss Vila. I just opted to like let them live together because they actually really like each other. And honestly, I'm not sure if they've bred yet. I kept trying over like the course of several days. I kept trying to put them together, and Vila just runs constantly. So they just live together now, and Ringo tries every once in a while, but for the most part, they're just in love, and it's super cute. And they're very happy. Vila has definitely calmed down since we first got them, so it's just adorable. I love it. Since I have no idea if they've actually bred or not, I'm just gonna separate her at the probably 29-ish day mark after I put them together, and just give her a little nest box, and if she gives birth, she gives birth, but if she doesn't, they'll just go back to living together again. So this is just a really cute little, they're so cute, guys. Oh my gosh. Everybody needs some pet bunnies in their life. Even if you breed rabbits for meat, you need at least one pet rabbit, preferably two, because I loved having Ringo, but now I love having these two together because they're just adorable. You guys are so cute. So now that you kind of see what I've got going on over here, I'm very excited about it. Very, very stoked. I just looked at the time though, and my dad is going to be here in about 10 minutes to come get Jameson and I, and we are going to be driving about almost an hour and a half away, and then you guys are gonna see what the surprise is. We can't tell them what we're doing.
We can't?
No, it's a surprise.
And we won't. We won't say a single word.
We're doing.
We'll just sit here in silence.
That's awkward. Do you know what town we're going to?
Farmville.
Stardew Valley. Dad's driving. What could we possibly need to go pick up in a truck? I don't know. Indiana. Flat all around. Fields. Some trees.
And deer laying on the side of the highways.
Yep.
Oh. What are you up to back there, bud?
So sweet. I love it.
Wow, hey.
I can hold it like a puppy.
Oh, it's so cute. You can't eat my pants. You can't eat my pants.
That would hurt.
Did he bite?
A little bit.
So this is like their third day of no morning bottle.
Oh.
So they think they're dying. They're not.
Did you get a picture with one of them?
Uh-huh.
Now when you think they're done, you take your hand and you kind of like punch it, and that might get you another letdown, because that's what the kids do. Oh, the kids escaped the goat club, Maddie.
Oh.
That one's really cute.
She's adorable.
There we go.
Did you do it?
I'm better with this hand.
I know, I found out I was better on this side.
Yeah. Can we just put her down?
Yeah, you can pop her. Yeah, anywhere's fine.
Okay.
And
Okay.
no, I can't right now, babe.
There it all goes.
There goes my harvest.
Who's trapped in there? Spiky, okay. See how she's got this like overgrown right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is all what needs to get clipped. You're basically wanting to create a flat surface.
Okay.
So and when you clip it,
Oh, that's easy.
you'll see there's a quick, kind of like with the dog. So it'll start to get like kind of pink under here.
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll kind of tell, and you can see pretty clearly where the overhang is, right? Like,
That's pretty much like doing a horse, isn't it?
yeah, it's just like keeping the outsides, and then you want this to look, see how this is starting to look flat?
Yeah,
You want this is gonna be flat, so I'm gonna clip this tip off.
because they can like overgrow into themselves if you let them go.
And I've had some like that I've bought that have bad hooves, and it's hard to get back from. You can.
Yeah.
This one's still on the side.
Hey guys.
Here, come with us.
We need one of those.
Hi.
So you guys, we finally got goats on our homestead and I'm so happy about it. I've wanted goats for so many years now. So this little black one here, her pedigree name is Black Diamond, but we call her Beady. She's very, very mischievous. She's a very small Nigerian dwarf. I didn't know that they came that small. This is Helga. Helga is my personal favorite. And she's more along the lines of like the size and the coloring and all of that I always wanted for a Nigerian dwarf. So, Beady, stop. Stop messing with the camera. Oh my god. You guys, it never fails. I want to record something and my animals want to destroy everything. This week has been a learning curve because, like I said, I've never had goats before and they didn't want to eat out of any buckets or net hay feeders or anything like that because the breeder that I got them from mainly feeds them hay, which is normal, I think. And also we feed a little bit of grain too, but mainly hay. So I had to construct this DIY hay feeder, and I made it out of an old hog panel that I found up in our loft, and basically all the scrap wood. We had a 2x4 and then another longer piece that I had to split in half, and then some plywood, and I made this little DIY hay feeder. And I put this fencing up until you get about right here, and then the bottom couple squares are open, so they've been eating out of mainly the bottom squares. So they don't want to eat off the ground. I've learned that about goats. They don't like eating off the ground, so they've been eating out of this hay feeder pretty good, and I'm really happy about that. We also feed them grain in the morning and at night, just a little bit in their bowls there. And then I got this protein block for them. This is probably not necessary at all, but I just wanted that for them, so that's what I did. So yeah, like I said, I've never had goats before. They're basically little dogs that like to eat hay. That's the best way that I can describe them, honestly. So I've just been coming out here, kind of just hanging out with them out here in this little goat barn that I made. I'm being joined by my little goaties. So like I said, this is Beady. She is extremely mischievous. Beady is polled. Both of my goats are ADGA registered Nigerian dwarfs. And Beady is polled and Helga is not polled. And all of you goat people are gonna have to forgive me because I am very much still learning the terms. I finally to the point where I'm like looking at a pedigree, kind of understanding what I'm looking at, but it's still very confusing to somebody who has never owned goats before or seen anything like that. I'm very familiar with the rabbit pedigree and showing and registration side of the world, but not so much with goats. ADGA is definitely very different than ARBA, so definitely getting used to that. Both of these does are potentially bred. They were both exposed to a buck a couple months ago, I think in January, and so both of them could potentially be pregnant, which is kind of cool. And they would both be due somewhere in June, I think. So we're really hoping that they are pregnant, because I would love to finally have a source of Homestead milk. We tried Nigerian dwarf milk at Courtney's house. It's definitely very different than what I was imagining. It's almost like you're drinking straight butter, like unsalted butter. So it's definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I think Jameson and I both agree that when it's really cold, it's a lot better, because we were drinking it was like room temperature. We were both like, what the heck? Like, this is weird. But yeah, when it's cold, it's actually pretty good. So we are looking forward to hopefully being able to milk these guys and having a source of milk here on our homestead. I've never had a dairy animal before, so it's very new and very exciting. And I'm hoping that it all goes well. I'm hoping that they are pregnant, at least one of them. It would be nice if at least one of them was pregnant. And then we could have little goaties here on the farm. They're a lot of fun. We have tried moving them into our Premier net fence. I have a 100-foot Premier 1 net fence. I got it for the chickens a long time ago. But I don't have a solar charger for it, so they really like to test the limits of the Premier net fence when we go out to pasture. And Beatty has gotten her head stuck multiple times, so we've had to like push her out. Really, I should invest in a solar charger. So Premier 1, if you're listening, please let me review a solar charger for a video. That would be really cool. Thank you. Hi. This is Beatty. Look at her. She's eating hay. Is that good? Wow. That's talented of you. She's so cute. Look at her little hoofs.
Say hi.
Gross.
Say hi.
Wow, that's so good. That's so good to say hi. My dogs are like literally so upset every time I come in here. A lot of people have commented on my videos in the past, how did you train your dogs around chickens and rabbits and all of that? Honestly, it's constant exposure. Like, my dogs are constantly out here with me being exposed to the animals. I will say that with the goats, it's been a little bit more difficult because they really want to chase these guys, like really bad. I imagine that it's gonna take a long time before they get used to them, but this run is completely like predator proof and dog proof, so my dogs can't get in here. It's really just when I take them out to pasture and like stuff like that. So I just have to be careful about the dogs being around the goats right now. I imagine after a year or two, they'll be a little bit more desensitized, and I think if we raise baby goats around them as well, the babies won't be so nervous around the dogs. These guys are a little bit nervous around the dogs altogether. This is one of the first modifications I had to make to the run area due to Beatty somehow fitting into that tiny hole. And there was a regular chicken coop ramp there to begin with, and she was climbing it and she was getting in, so I had to create this this thing out of scrap wood that I had, and now the goats can't get in but the chickens can. It took the chickens a little bit to learn how to use it, but it's not bad, and the chickens get out just fine now and the goats aren't able to get in, and so that worked out really well. I found this idea from somebody on YouTube that had a similar problem, and so far it's worked really, really well. And yeah, it's just basically scrap 2x4s and dowel rods. So if you have a problem with your goats getting into your chicken coop, do something like this, because it really does work. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this video and seeing our new goats. I am sure that you'll see them in lots of future videos, and hopefully we'll have babies. Quit eating my hair. With that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.